my assignment 4 focused on teaching descriptive writing um, in as a paragraph format, and also had a typing component in it, and also the addition of how to write similes. Um, so my research-based articles, I found one from Reading Rockets, their website. No author was listed, but it supported what I did in my lesson. Um, on the Reading Rocket website, it says to include vivid details with teaching descriptive writing, figurative language, which was the simile, and using precise language. Um, and I tried to incorporate all of those things in what I was teaching my students to do. And then it also mentioned that the best way to teach how to write or how to write descriptively is through modeling. And this was something that I've been trying to do a lot more this year. And I found that it is incredibly true. Every single step that I wanted my students to do, I first had to model. And sometimes we would model um, what we were doing on Monday, and we came back and we had to model it again on Tuesday. And that was fine because it really helped reinforce what I wanted them to do. And then my second source was from the Department of Education, the Educator's Guide to Teaching Elementary School Students to be Effective Writers. And that source says that it's important to provide daily time for writing, as well as how to use the writing process. And that is something that we went through in our unit, was using that writing process for this descriptive paragraph. Um, and also it mentioned the importance of including technology and becoming familiar with word processors. And that's what I introduced my students to as well. And then my third source um, came from Liliana Tolchinsky, and the title of her article is Evolving Structure of Descriptive Text and Learner Abilities. And she basically described how to, what a descriptive paragraph looks like, how to teach descriptive writing, basically the same thing that the other two articles said. But something that I thought was very interesting in her article, she mentioned the importance of physically writing out um, sentences and thoughts. And she said that one of the best ways to gauge how well a student will be able to write and to get their thoughts down on paper is by looking at their handwriting. Because if a student has good handwriting, then they are not focused on how to write, they're focused on what to write. And students who have poor handwriting or who are poor spellers, they have to spend so much time focusing on how to make the letters or how to sound out a particular word, that whatever thought they had in their mind, it's not stored in their working memory. They have to continuously rethink of what they want to write. And that is so true. I found that across the board to be true for my students. Um, so I think that's an important thing to keep in mind as we're teaching writing, is to also be aware of handwriting skills and just how much of a help or hindrance those skills can be for students. Um, so uh, my ISTE standard that goes along with all of this is standard 2.6.D for the standards for educators from 2017, and it's to model and nurture creativity. And with me modeling how to brainstorm, how to write a topic sentence, how to go through all of this, I helped fulfill that standard. And then finally, um, something that I found very useful in planning this whole entire unit comes from the e-learning industry website from the article Instructional Design 101 that was included in our list of assigned readings, and it was to eliminate the nice to know things. They take up too much time, and yeah, you want to kind of expound on them and everything because they're interesting, but they're not necessary, and they do take away that valuable time and can even lead to distractions. So that's a summary of how my unit went.